Question 23 to begin with. Here is a kite. All angles are measured in degrees. Work out the value of y. Now, first thing we need to know here is that this angle and this angle are equal. It's a kite, so those two angles are equal. So first thing I'm going to write on here is that angles in a quadrilateral add up to 360. Because it's a four-sided shape, it's talking about angles. That might get me an extra mark, maybe. Now I've just said that those two angles are equal to each other. So if we set them equal and we expand the brackets from this first one, 5 times x, 5 times negative 10. What we want to do is solve that equation to work out what x is. So I'm going to take away 3x on both sides. I'm going to get rid of this. That leaves me with 2x minus 50 on this side and 10 on this side. Then I'm going to add 50 to cancel this out. Add 50 to both sides. I'm left with 2x equals 60. I want x on its own, so I'm going to divide by 2. I've worked out that x equals 30. With that in mind, I'm going to substitute 30 back into this equation. So 3 times 30 is 90, plus 10 is 100. 30 take away 10 is 20. Times that by 5 is also 100. So earlier we said angles in a quadrilateral add 360. I know this is 110, add 100, that's 210. Add another 100 is 310. What do I need to add to 310 to give me 360? The answer is 50. What I could have done is 360 take away 310, but my answer is 50. Question 24, simultaneous equations. So, with simultaneous equations, what I need to do is either make sure that my x's or my y's are the same, and at the moment they're not. I quite like working with positives, so I'm going to start with this side. Now, I want both of those. I need kind of a multiple of both of those, and I'm just going to go for the lowest common multiple. So, if I multiply the whole of that top equation, equation 1, I'm going to multiply by 2, so I'm left with 6x take away 4y equals negative 10. Now equation 2, I'm going to multiply by 3 to get this 6 at the front. It was 2, but I want it to be a 6, so I'm going to multiply it by 3. That then becomes 6x take away 12y equals 2. Now we've learnt the stop method, so if the signs are the same, you take away. And if they are the opposite, you plus. So 6x and 6x, they're both the same sign. They're both positives. So what I'm going to do is take the equations away from each other. It doesn't matter which way round I do it, but let's go this way round. So 6x take away 6x leaves me with 0x or nothing. Negative 4y take away negative 12y. Now if I were to write this out over here, negative 4y take away negative 12y, what I should remember is that that will turn into an add. So negative 4y add 12y leaves me with 8y. Negative 10 take away 2 gives me negative 10 take away 2 gives me negative 12. Now, my next step is going to be to get x on its own, y on its own, or x on its own, it doesn't matter which one. And I'm going to go with y. So, if I divide both sides by 8, I'm left with negative 12 over 8, which I can simplify to negative 6 over 4. I can simplify that again to negative 3 over 2. So y is negative 3 over 2. Now, I need to substitute that back into any one of the equations. So I'm going to go for the top one. So I've got 3x take away 2y equals negative 5. But I now know that y is negative 3 over 2. So y equals 3x take away 2 lots of negative 3 over 2 equals negative 5. So 3x take away 2 times negative 3 over, well, negative 3 over 2 would give me, if I was to multiply that by 2, it would give me negative 6 over 2. But it's two negatives, so it's just 6 over 2, which 6 divided by 2 leaves me with 3, equals negative 5. 3x, I'm going to add 3 to both sides, equals negative 2. Divide by 3, x equals negative 2 over 3.